This is this place where we explore the infinite pathways to freedom, liberation, and celebration. Here we dance at the intersection of ancient wisdom, modern awakening, and drawing inspiration from the transformative teachings of yoga, the revolutionary insights of Osho, and the ecstasy of Sufi mysticism and the simplicity of Zen. So, through meditation, music, arts, dance, and conscious conversations, we will discover together that spirituality is just not about seeking, it's also about celebrating the journey itself. So, as a part of the conversations, all right, welcome back, fellow seekers. Today we begin a beautiful journey called Pathways to Freedom, a series of heart to heart conversations with masters, musicians, mystics, and meditation guides who have walked distinct paths towards inner freedom. This isn't just another interview series, it's an exploration of many colors of consciousness, from the dynamic meditations of Osho, the whirling ecstasies of Sufis, from the silent depths of Zen, and the joyous expressions of sacred dance. Let's discover how different traditions ultimately lead to the same ocean of awareness. So, here each episode brings you authentic conversations with beings who have dared to dance with existence, who have ventured beyond the conventional to find their own truth. They'll share their journeys, their challenges, their breakthrough moments, and most importantly, the practical wisdom that you can integrate into your own path of seeking. So, open your heart, free your mind. Let's dive deep into these transformation conversations together. Remember to subscribe and join our community of seekers as we celebrate this beautiful journey called life. So, starting with today, we have a very special guest called Maryse. She is a Canadian who's currently living in Japan, a yoga teacher, a musician, and a philanthropist. More in the series of talks. All right, let's dive in. So it's a pleasant morning. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
the show.
I'm really happy to be here. My name is Maryse, and I'm a Canadian living in Japan for over 30. Well, my son is 32, so 33 or 34 years. And I speak Japanese, and it's been a long run. Yeah.
Totally two different cultures and countries and distances apart.
Yes. Everything's different. The food, the language, the anyway, lifestyle is different. So, but it's made me really able to travel easily.
And finally you end up in India and here.
Yeah,
right
here
now.
I am in India. Yes. So I brought 6 Japanese women with me for the first 10 days. And we were in Kerala, and we went to the Shivananda ashram for a bit of yoga. Yeah.
So Maryse is a yoga teacher. She's also a musician, a philanthropist, helping people, and is a traveler who's traveled quite a lot.
Yeah, I've traveled here and there, and solo or in a group, but not. This is actually the first time I bring a group of women to India, and it was really interesting because they were thinking that all they were going to do is some sun salutations in some different sceneries, Well, they have an idea of Indian food, of course, but I took them to some temples, and we went to Kanyakumari on the new moon, so it was quite beautiful. Yeah.
You must have witnessed being by the mixing of various oceans. And,
Yes, very, very beautiful, because the sunset has its own view, right? And then we went to the temple at night, so that was quite dramatic with the lighting and very devotional in bhakti. And a lot of the women didn't know that this is also yoga.
So I guess that's the topic that we are probably going to be talking
Yeah,
today.
probably. Yeah, maybe.
in defining what is it that people are looking for and what is the idea that people have of what yoga is,
Yes.
and how is it that the perspectives change can bring a total different way by which they can practice whatever they are learning and how to
Yes,
learn.
yes. That's it. Because thinking of yoga only in terms of exercise or just asana and working on your own self in terms of a body, now that's fine. That's very important because health is very important. But also mm, seeing more the connection with nature and your own spirit and how you can devote your life for something other than yourself as well is really, really good. And the women, when they saw the women praying in the temples, they were just so amazed that, because we have temples in Japan as well, of course, but that this was also yoga. And then people studying scriptures and getting an idea, this kind of jhana yoga, you know, yeah. And then people self-service for karma yoga also. It was really an eye opener. Yeah. So I think they went home quite satisfied with different views of unintended, you know. Yeah.
And I guess the ashram and being in India visiting temples, this must have given them a real-time experience of how.
Yes,
it
really real
happens.
time, because in Japan, you know, temples are for funerals. Or like, you know, you can't just walk into a temple so easily and just sit for a while. I mean, you can technically, but nobody does that anymore. It's kind of a tourist thing. And in China or Taiwan, the people still use the temples as a place to just go into a quiet atmosphere and meditate.
So the Zen temples are.
Yeah, but in Japan, the Zen temples are more touristy, and you can go there and maybe with a group and have tea or something, but it's not the same. Yeah.
And then adding to the 4 different approaches of yoga that you mentioned, I guess you've also been exploring Nada yoga and Laya yoga also.
Yes. So
Could you talk a bit about that?
yes, okay, yeah. So I play the flute. So and I've studied some raga and the effect of how that sound affects the mind.
So you've done the Western classical study and
Yes.
also the Indian.
Yes, I've done the
classical yoga.
Western in university in composition. Yeah, that's very complicated and very cerebral, you know, harmony and yeah. But the Indian classical is also very deep, and I need another lifetime. But I bring that into my yoga classes because I teach yin yoga.
Wow.
And so, and I bring sound so that people can come and relax and maybe more of a self meditation rather than keeping up with the movements and stuff. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so somewhere I recently read that when you have sounds which are going to be imposed on water, then it has different reactions, so different sounds. So the body being 70% water, you know, I guess the Nada yoga and the sound healing, and as a musician, certain vibrations, these definitely form therapeutic, and I think they're able to
Yeah,
change.
they do. They really do. And if I play a singing bowl and I put water in it, it'll bubble and it will spring, and it's quite beautiful. And so this is the physical effect in the body, and the different vibrations can calm the mind and bring quite serenity, you know. And I mean, it can go deeper into different frequencies affecting different organs or different chakras, and yeah. So there's a science.
So I guess
behind
each one of these approaches finally comes back to one fundamental structure of the chakras and energy, and probably they call it chi or prana.
Yes, chi and prana, that's right. They're interchangeable in terms of words anyway. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, it all comes back to a similar essence and a different approach of
Looking
approaching
at
that.
how the
How the energy
the
moves.
energy moves
Yeah, and and then how your energy moves in your body is also, if you translate it outside of yourself as well with the nature, the way that it moves, you can kind of begin to create a harmony. So even if you live in a very chaotic city, you know, situation, but if you find some inner peace, and if that's difficult, being in silence, sometimes the sound is helpful to access that, you know. Yeah.
Interesting that sound can be used as a very powerful therapeutic means.
Definitely, yeah. And even they say bird songs really relax the song. I forgot where I read that, but that the sound of birds in the morning.
The chirping of them.
Their communication that, and with the sunrise, they really, that also affects us quite deeply. So it's important to have trees and the harmony. Yeah.
Coming to that, seems like if we really want to hear these sounds around, then we have to have a mind that is calm, so that you are able to really listen. If not, there is so much of chattering happening in the mind. Now we spoke about energy, we spoke about body, and then now we are coming to the aspect of the mind and how these processes, because everybody in their daily life, whether the stressful life that you see in the cities of Japan or in Bangalore, I guess we are all exposed to so much of information at this age, and the mind keeps chattering even if we really want to be calm and peaceful.
Yes, this is true, because now, you know, we tune out, we put some earphones on, and maybe we're listening to music, this and that, but we're still looking for something to fill the void, you know, the mind, and it gets busy, and it starts judging, this is good, this is bad, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, and all these kinds of things, right? So to be able to come to that really quiet stillness and really appreciate the sounds, the beautiful, the subtlety of sound, and even the sound of your breath. In meditation, it requires the.
I like the way you explained Vipassana and what is the missing element.
Unfortunately, the power went off while we were recording the video, so we are planning to have an online session very soon. If you like the video, subscribe, like and share, and wait for the new episodes of Pathways to Freedom. Till then, see ya.